Good morning, real estate friends. So this morning I thought I might talk a little bit about location. You know, we always talk about location, 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 but one of the main things I want you to think about now instead of location, which location is great, but think about the word forward, and I'm going to write it down this way. So when we're thinking about buying a home, we think about our family, our occupation, see how fast I can write, our recreation, but I also want you to think about the other R, which is relationships, okay? Because those play a big part in the location of our home. And D is for dreams, because we're always dreaming. I want you to dream by day though. So when you're thinking about buying a home, now I want you to think about where you live right now. So we're going to say this is where you live right now, and this is where you work. Now this distance can be anywhere from a 15-minute distance to a 60-minute distance for a lot of people that live in the Pacific Northwest region. But I want you to think about also, this is your office. I want you to think about this house. And while you're thinking about this house, I want you to think, you know, who are the people that are going to park their cars outside of your home? Do you have a dog? It's a cute little doggy. Who needs to have space during the day? Because maybe you're farther than 60 minutes. I know there's some places that you could be that could take you probably 1.5 hours to get there. You need to be thinking about the people that are in your home when you leave. So this is part of one of your relationships that you have with your pets. Leaving your pet inside all day long. Not being able to let them outside because your neighbor next door, because maybe you only have a 5,000 square foot lot. You're going to have to be close enough to let this pet out during the day. And having someone open your door and let them out is going to be expensive. And there's also trust issues. I want you to think about how many cars you need to park outside of here. These look like the cars I used to draw for my sons when they were little in church. Or, you know, do you need a big truck out here? Or do you have a friend who's got a big loader? Maybe you got construction worker family members that need to park. And can they park on a city street? I say no. Your neighbors will complain very shortly. So when you're thinking about this, sometimes you have to think a little bit more outside the box and start thinking about, you know what, my dream, here's my dream. I really want to live on some property. Maybe this property is a 1/2 acre, or maybe it's 6 acres. Well, sometimes the house that sits on that property might be the right price, but it doesn't look the way you want it to. But I can tell you things will change when you start taking your tax deductions and getting some of that money back. And it sounds like we're going to have some new presidents that are going to make it so that we get more of our tax return back. You're going to have extra money that you're going to be able to start saving for the first time maybe in many, many years for a lot of you. You're going to start to be able to save some money so that you can make some changes to that house that you just have bought. And you know what? A nice manufactured home might work just fine. Maybe a small little rundown house might work just fine. Paint will go a long way. And I can promise you that your hobby here in this house, being able to have your family, your occupation, your recreation, your relationships, and your dreams, this might work better. For those of you maybe that are near your office, this will work. This is a city lot. This is going to work if you're living in the city. But if you've got a country lifestyle, think twice before you take your country attitude and your freedom and you put it in this house. Unless this house is the house that you just live in during the week and on the weekends, you go to the countryside. So for more real talk from Carrie of Coldwell Banker Bain, tune in. I do these frequently, and you never know what I might talk about next. Have a good day and make it back soon.